I was talking to you a few moments ago, said some good stuff, but I don't think I made my point. 99% of American population is dissatisfied with America. We have been told that it is the greatest country on the face of the earth. Many of us believe it, many of us hope it's so, and many of us want to stay here because we don't know. But when we think about people all over the world, we recognize that the stories that we hear about these places, at least yesterday, a time back, they used to be all negative. But now we hear some pretty good stories about other countries, how their education system is so much better than ours, how their healthcare system is so much better than ours, how people are more happy, they don't have as much crime. That stuff sounds good, but still, they got the same kind of problems that we have. And when I think about everybody is abused, and that's 99%. Doesn't matter whether you're a hairdresser. It doesn't matter whether you mow lawns. It doesn't matter if you drive trucks or drive ships. Everybody somewhere is getting muscled. And they're being muscled in the name of the 1%. And the 1% runs the show. They stole the show and they run the show. But I feel that there is so much life out here. And we don't have to be angry with the 1%ers. Well, if we get angry with them, we mess up. Sometimes we want to go lower than they have been. And somebody say that's the way to go. But I'm telling you, they don't know. Don't be angry with the 1%ers. They just continued what was started. If you're going to be angry with someone, be angry with the 99%ers. We're the ones who have looked at the 1%ers and held them in high esteem, wishing that one day we can get there. If we're going to be angry at somebody, let us be angry at ourselves that we know the things that benefit us. We know freedom. We want it. We know prosperity. We want it. We know joy. We want it. We know happiness. We want it. And we know what it's like to live the dreams that we have at night, but how much better it would be to live them in the daytime. We know all of this. And yet we have allowed that attitude about the way things are to embed itself within our spirit so that we can't even see anyone outside of our own dreams prospering because it would hinder ours, according to amassing the money and who you got to stroke to get the money. All of this, my friends, think of something dirty. Think of something crazy. Think of beating people and having them running away from their own country, having them grabbing an inner tube or a piece of wood and getting in a lake trying to escape this pain and suffering. Oh my goodness. And we got the power to stop that. We got the power of truth, that love is the answer. The answer is love, and love is for all. For all. Anything that exists by the hands of man is there for anyone who desires it, need it, or want it. Why? Because it is a part of love. Why would you hinder anyone from living the joyous life? Why would you do anything to hinder anyone from being satisfied with their lives? Why would you do anything when you got the greatest thing working for you? And that's your career that gives you your greatest joy, and everything is cream on the top. Everything in life, you have access to it. Every last one of you. Everything that exists, you have access to it if you need it, want it, or desire. What entitles you to it? Because you engage yourself in life. You got a career that adds to the product of making. So you part owners. You have nothing to suffer. Nothing to suffer. Then somebody like a liar, a deceiver comes along and mess up your head. It happened in heaven, they said. So it's no problem. We see, put it this way, Democrats see how Donald Trump came on the scene. Everybody knew Donald Trump was a demon. Even the Republicans knew that Donald Trump was a demon. And even his political guys, his opposition that was running against him, told America that he was a demon. Yes. And then somehow that demon won. And all of a sudden, all of those who knew that he was a demon, who told America that he was a demon, got on his side. And no matter what he did, they would support him above anybody else. What does that say? What does that say about your country? What does that say about the people that you have trusted to lead you? You see what they do? That's man. This is why I come to you and tell you about God. Now, you're going to go to church tomorrow, and you're going to be talking about scripture. You're going to be, some of you might talk about whether Jesus is white or black. Some of you would talk about whether Jesus walked on water or not. Some of you would talk about whether Jesus was poor, living, born in a manger, or whether he was born in some fabulous, rich situation. Some of you might have all those various discussions, but nowhere will you have a discussion where God is calling on everybody that's led by the Spirit of love, by the Spirit of God, to stand up and give that representation in the midst of this hell. If you were in hell where the fire is burning, where everybody's running saying, help, 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 help. If you are a child and a servant of God and find yourself in the middle of a hell like that, every chance you get to say anything, you're going to be glorifying God in the middle of hell, telling those demons down there that there's a God that will free them. All they have to do is change their mind. And you can say this because when you in hell, you burning, that you don't feel it because God's protecting you. God's protecting you to take care of God's business. And you must take care of God's business. This is why I can sit here for 12 years. You can go back and look at my posts. And I got thousands of them. And you will see that some of them I got a viewership, maybe a 1 or 2. Now, you know that was me checking at least twice to see if anybody else has viewed it. I mean, I might have hundreds of those. But I keep coming back, telling you and telling you and telling you this. And even several times when I try to access a platform of running for president of the United States by sharing this message with you. And I hoped that you, honestly, I hoped that you would jump on board like you did when you jumped on Donald Trump. The difference is, I was telling you something about that would free you, that you can live in peace and be prosperous and free. And you weren't interested at all. And then Donald Trump came along some 20 years later, I guess, and he's talking about everything opposite. And you just jumped on the bandwagon, you ready to destroy the nation, you ready to do any lie, you ready to do anything to destroy and have nothing to offer. Whew, sound like a sickness that no one knows the answer to. And without God, there is no answer. Thank you.